Do you ever wonder how much time you truly have left once you reach your 70s? Each passing year feels more significant, and the truth is, your body is already sending you signals that hint at your potential lifespan. Some people in their 70s remain active, mentally sharp, and full of energy, while others start to slow down, facing fatigue and various health problems. What makes the difference? Often, it comes down to a handful of key indicators, subtle but powerful signs that can give insight into your future. In this video, we're going to explore 7 of these signs that can give you clues about how many more healthy years you might have. These aren't just theories or old wives' tales. They're based on scientific observations and real-life data gathered by doctors and researchers who study longevity and healthy aging. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own health and lifestyle. More importantly, you'll understand what steps you can take to improve your chances of living not just longer, but better. Stay with us, because some of the smallest changes could make a big impact on your future. Once you become aware of these signs, you'll have a much clearer understanding of where you stand and what adjustments could help extend your healthy years. Let's begin. Your ability to stand on one foot may not seem like a big deal at first glance, but it actually says a lot about your current health and future well-being. Balance isn't something most people pay much attention to until they start losing it. But researchers have discovered that your capacity to stand on one leg for just 10 seconds can be a powerful predictor of longevity. Why? Because balance depends on several key systems in your body. Muscle strength, coordination, brain health, and your nervous system all work together. If you're having trouble with balance, it's often a sign that one or more of these systems is weakening. Let's take 2 women in their early 70s, Carol and Nancy. Carol has been moderately active for most of her life. She takes daily walks, practices yoga now and then, and can easily balance on one foot for a few seconds without wobbling. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't done much to maintain her physical stability. When she tries to lift one foot, she immediately starts tipping over and needs to grab onto a wall or piece of furniture to steady herself. What Nancy might not realize is that this loss of balance isn't just about physical inconvenience. It's a warning signal that her coordination, lower body strength, and maybe even her brain function are declining. Strong balance depends on strong legs, an alert nervous system, and a healthy mind. If you find yourself tripping more often, swaying while walking, or reaching for walls and furniture when turning or moving quickly, it's time to act. The encouraging news is that balance can be rebuilt. It doesn't require hours of exercise each day. Small, consistent habits, like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe across a room, or doing simple Tai Chi movements, can help significantly. Try the test right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold that position for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't be alarmed, but don't brush it off either. The sooner you begin working on your balance, the stronger and more stable you'll become in the years ahead. Grip strength might seem like a trivial thing, but it holds surprising power when it comes to predicting your health and longevity. Believe it or not, how firm your handshake is can say a lot about your overall vitality. Numerous studies have shown that grip strength is strongly associated with muscle health, nerve function, cardiovascular wellness, and even your risk of mortality. A firm grip reflects strong muscles and good nerve signals. A weak or fading grip, however, can be an early red flag that your body is losing muscle, your nervous system isn't functioning as well, and your resilience is beginning to decline. Let's look at 2 men, both aged 78. Robert has always had a strong handshake. He stayed moderately active, did light strength training with dumbbells, and never had trouble opening jars or carrying his groceries. Walter, also 78, began noticing that daily tasks were getting harder. Twisting open bottles, holding onto his dog's leash, or carrying his shopping bags all started to feel more challenging. Walter shrugged it off as a normal part of getting older, but the truth is that his weakening grip was pointing to deeper issues. Muscle mass was fading, and that could eventually lead to frailty, higher fall risk, or even reduced independence. Your hands are often a reflection of your overall physical condition. If you're noticing that your grip is getting weaker, chances are the same decline is happening in other parts of your body. The good news is you can reverse or slow this process. Exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grips, or doing farmer's carries with light weights can help you strengthen your grip again. It only takes a few minutes each day to start seeing benefits. So take a moment. How does your grip feel today? Are you still able to hold onto things confidently? If you find yourself dropping objects or avoiding tasks that require hand strength, it might be time to pay attention. Because how well you hold on to things physically may indicate how well you'll hold on to your health moving forward. Walking speed is another silent indicator of how well you're aging and how much longer you might live. In fact, researchers have discovered that your pace of walking is closely tied to your overall health. Those who continue to walk at a steady, confident pace well into their 70s tend to outlive their slower-moving peers. Why? Because walking speed reflects many important systems working together: your muscles, heart, lungs, brain, and coordination. If any one of these starts to weaken, your walking speed will usually slow as a result. Consider Joe and Frank, both 75. Joe walks daily, maintains a steady and comfortable pace, and doesn't struggle to cross streets, go upstairs, or keep up with others. Frank, on the other hand, has noticeably slowed down. He often falls behind during group walks, needs to pause frequently to catch his breath, and sometimes feels off balance. While Joe's movement signals that his body is still functioning efficiently, Frank's slower pace might be warning of weakening muscle mass, compromised cardiovascular fitness, or even early signs of neurological decline. Your legs are the foundation of your mobility, and when your ability to walk well diminishes, it often means other aspects of your health are fading too. But again, there's hope. Simply walking more, even if it's short, daily strolls, can help improve your walking speed over time. Combine that with gentle strength exercises like leg raises or step-ups, and your pace could improve noticeably. Pay attention to how quickly you move through your daily routines. If you've been gradually slowing down, it's time to take notice. Because how fast you move may reflect how long you'll be able to keep moving at all. Sleep patterns also offer valuable insight into your potential lifespan. Sleep isn't just a luxury, it's essential maintenance time for your body. During sleep, your body repairs tissues, strengthens your immune system, balances hormones, and clears waste from your brain. Studies have found that people over 70 who maintain good sleep routines and get high-quality rest are more likely to live longer and stay mentally and physically healthy. In contrast, poor sleep is connected to higher risks of memory issues, heart disease, and weakened immune function. Think about Sam and Graham, both in their mid-70s. Sam has a regular bedtime, sleeps about 7 hours each night, and wakes up refreshed and ready to start his day. Graham, however, often has trouble falling asleep, wakes up multiple times during the night, and struggles with grogginess throughout the day. Over time, Graham starts experiencing memory lapses, higher blood pressure, and fatigue, all of which are connected to his declining sleep quality. If you're waking up feeling unrest or spending the night tossing and turning, it's a sign that your sleep isn't doing its job. Many factors affect sleep: stress, lack of physical activity, too much screen time, or even hidden conditions like sleep apnea. But there's good news. Sleep quality can often be improved with a few simple changes. Avoiding heavy meals before bedtime, reducing screen use in the evening, getting sunlight early in the day, and keeping a consistent sleep routine can all help. You don't need to aim for perfection. Just make small, positive shifts. So tonight, pay attention to how well you sleep. Your future may depend on it. Appetite and eating habits can also speak volumes about your health in your 70s and beyond. A strong, healthy appetite generally signals a well-functioning metabolism, good nutrient absorption, and proper hormonal balance. On the other hand, a sudden drop in appetite, or consistent poor eating, can signal underlying health problems and accelerate physical decline. Imagine two older adults, Linda and Harold. Linda eats balanced meals, enjoys her food, and pays attention to her body's hunger and fullness cues. Harold, however, has recently started skipping meals, saying he just isn't that hungry anymore. He's losing weight, his energy is dropping, and his mood has shifted. What Harold might not realize is that his shrinking appetite could be linked to undiagnosed issues, maybe depression, digestive trouble, or early signs of dementia. Your body needs fuel, especially as you age. If you're eating less than usual, losing weight unintentionally, or no longer enjoying food the way you used to, it's worth investigating. Malnutrition in older adults is more common than many people think, and it can lead to faster aging, muscle loss, weakened immunity, and more. Thankfully, adjusting your eating habits can make a big difference. Try to include a mix of protein, fiber, and healthy fats in your meals. Eat regularly, even if it consider two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret genuinely enjoys her meals, includes a variety of fresh, whole foods in her diet, and has managed to maintain a stable, healthy weight. She looks forward to preparing her own dishes, finds joy in cooking, and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, in contrast, has noticed that she simply isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals more frequently, often relies on packaged or processed foods, and has lost weight unintentionally over the past year. What Susan might not understand is that her dwindling appetite isn't just a minor change. It's a significant warning sign that her body may not be getting the nutrients it needs. This lack of proper nourishment can lead to weakened muscles, a slower metabolism, and a compromised immune system. In older adults, a reduced appetite can often be tied to deeper health concerns such as digestive disorders, hormonal imbalances, or even the early stages of cognitive decline. When you're not eating enough, the body starts to break down muscle tissue to fuel itself, which leads to increased frailty, greater vulnerability to illness, and a higher chance of experiencing falls or injuries. If you've noticed a shift in your eating habits, like feeling full quickly, a disinterest in food you once enjoyed, or dropping weight without trying, it's crucial to respond. Eating well after 70 isn't just about satisfying hunger. It's about giving your body the fuel it needs to maintain strength, energy, and resilience. Emphasize whole, nutrient-rich foods, make sure to drink enough water, and pay attention to the signals your appetite is giving you. Ask yourself, are meals still something you enjoy? Are you consuming enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to support your health? Or have you started noticing a decline in how you feel throughout the day? Because how you nourish yourself today plays a direct role in how independent and strong you remain in the years ahead. How you respond to stress after turning 70 is another powerful reflection of your potential longevity. Chronic stress doesn't just weigh down your mind, it weakens your body, hampers your immune response, and accelerates the aging process. People who have learned to handle stress in healthy, proactive ways often stay sharper, more energetic, and physically well for longer than those who let stress linger and build. Take two men, John and Richard, both 76 years old. John, like anyone else, faces his fair share of problems, surprise expenses, medical appointments, family disagreements, but he's developed a calm and balanced approach to dealing with them. He practices breathing techniques, engages regularly with friends, and doesn't allow himself to dwell on negativity longer than necessary. Richard, however, tends to hold on to stress. He worries often about things beyond his control, becomes overwhelmed by everyday inconveniences, and frequently gets stuck in a spiral of negative thinking. Over time, this emotional strain takes a toll on Richard's health. His blood pressure climbs, his sleep deteriorates, and his overall energy dips. That's because persistent stress causes chronic inflammation in the body, something researchers have linked to many age-related illnesses, from cognitive issues to heart disease. If you often feel tense, anxious, or mentally drained, it's not something to ignore. Learning to manage stress, through movement, deep breathing, mindfulness, or even laughter, can be one of the most impactful ways to add healthy years to your life. When life throws you a challenge, ask yourself, do you adapt and keep moving, or do you let stress take control? Your ability to remain calm, focus on solutions, and let go of what you can't change isn't just a coping skill. It's a powerful tool for living a longer, healthier life. The strength of your social connections also plays a major role in how well you age. Studies have consistently shown that older adults with meaningful social relationships, whether through close friendships, family bonds, or community involvement, are more likely to live longer and maintain better health. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to serious health risks like depression, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Think about two women, Elena and Barbara, both 78 years old. Elena has a vibrant social life. She keeps in touch with longtime friends, takes part in a local book club, and cherishes regular time with her family. She laughs often, feels supported, and enjoys being part of something bigger than herself. Barbara, in contrast, spends most of her days alone. Over the years, she's lost contact with friends and, even though she has family, she rarely reaches out. As time passes, Barbara begins to feel increasingly isolated, and her mood and overall health begin to suffer. Human connection isn't just about emotional support. It directly affects your physical well-being. When you're engaged with others, your brain stays more active, your body produces feel-good hormones, and your stress levels drop. Social interaction even boosts your immune system. If you find yourself pulling away from people, avoiding social activities, or spending more time alone than you used to, it's important to take small steps toward connection. You don't need to be surrounded by a large group. Just a few meaningful interactions can make a difference. Reach out to an old friend, join a group that shares your interests, or simply make time for regular conversations with someone who lifts your spirits. These connections aren't just nice to have. They're vital for your long-term well-being. The relationships you cultivate today are investments in your health, happiness, and longevity. Now that you've heard about these 7 meaningful signs, take a quiet moment to think about your own life. Are you walking with ease and confidence? Is your grip strong? Can you maintain your balance? Are you sleeping soundly through the night? Do you feel nourished and satisfied after meals? Are you managing stress effectively? And are you maintaining meaningful social ties? These questions matter. And the encouraging part is that most of these areas, your mobility, strength, rest, eating, emotional resilience, and social life, are all things within your control. Your future doesn't have to be a mystery, nor is it set in stone. The daily habits you build today can shape your health and vitality for years to come. If you've recognized places where you can improve, don't wait for a wake-up call. Start now. Take more daily walks. Build up your strength, even if it's just with light exercises. Improve your sleep by setting a routine. Connect with others, even if it means just one phone call a day. And remember to take deep breaths and give yourself space to release stress when life gets challenging. The goal isn't only to live a longer life, it's to live one that's full of energy, purpose, and joy. Because in the end, what truly matters isn't just how many years are left, but the quality of those years and what you choose to do with them.